welcome back to Bonsai. I'm working in the kitchen again today because I still don't have a very good indoor workspace and it's only 3 degrees outside. Today we'll be working on this lemon tree, and my goal for today is to get the trees out of the pot, see what the roots look like, trim the taproot off if we need to, and then get them into some new soil and a new pot. So with an effort to make my videos a little more short and to the point, let's get started. So today what we're working on are these lemon trees. I grew these lemon trees from seed, and basically I just took the seed out of an organic lemon that I bought at the local grocery store. Once I had it removed, I washed it and wrapped a few of them in a damp paper towel and put them in a Ziploc bag. And I kept an eye on them for about a week, and when the seeds split and started to send a root out, I put those into these pots with some good well-drained potting soil, and they've grown in here for about a year now. So now I'm going to pull them out and comb the roots out and see if we can't get them into a new container. Okay, so some of the tools that we're going to use today is I'll use this root rake, and once we pull the tree out, we'll rake the root away. We have some cheap shears here that we can trim back the fine roots. I've got some wire that if it's necessary or if I can do it, I'm going to try to tie the tree in. But with one of the other trees I did before, there just wasn't enough of a root mass to tie the tree in, so we'll try that. And then one of them we might try to put some wire on just to see if we can put some movement in there. We'll see how that goes. So let's, oh, and then we've got a little scoop here, and I've got soil, and we'll put them in these pots here. So let's see what we have. We're going to start on the top and just start raking. See how soon we find some roots here. Might be easier to use What I'm going to look for is if there's a space on this, or an area that we can make a nice flat root plane with. So let's get all of this off. So it looks like we got quite a few roots here, and we've got the taproot that runs all the way through there. I think right off the bat, I'm gonna take some of these upper roots off. I think we can cut this here. We've got some radial roots that we can come out this way, and we got some on this side. So I'm gonna cut that off right there. So when we plant that, we should be able to set this up to where we've got a nice radial root pattern coming off of this. It's kind of going a lot quicker because there's not that many roots and they weren't that difficult to untangle. So I've got some mix here. This is mostly a lava rock with some shale, and then there is some potting soil in there, just a little bit. And the potting soil that I chose to use was like a cactus and succulent mix. I ran a lot of this through a sifter just to get the dust off of it. This is the first time using this particular brand of soil. So I'm gonna set this tree in here. Now right now I'm not all that interested in where it sets in the pot, just because I'm trying to grow the tree out. Should we throw some wire on that real quick? I think since we have it out of the pot, let's try it. Trying to pinch that and use my fingers to take all of the stress of that wire. I just clamped down real tight on the thorn. Did you know that lemons have thorns? try a little smaller gauge right here so we can see if we can't move this branch. Basically, I just put that on there because I want to try to give some movement here. Let's see, what if we so the tree is kind of loose in there. I don't like that very well. I didn't think there was enough roots on the tree to tie the tree in, so I've got a little extra soil mounted up on it, and I think once we get it watered and set, I'll be able to place it somewhere where it won't get jostled and bumped, and we'll see if we'll root in some. And then I'll have to rethink how I'm going to do the next ones. Okay, so what I did different this time that I think will work better, we'll try it out, is I used a smaller gauge wire, and then I left such a large pigtail that I'm going to feed that down through the holes and see if I can't tie it that way. Because see, there's just not much root zone here to hold it into place if I were to tie off the roots like you traditionally would. Clean that up a little bit. And then I'm going to take this wire on down. I'm gonna find the drain hole there. And I'm gonna run it back up. Okay, so I created a little hook, so it went down through the drain hole and then back up through the other one. Okay, so I've got the roots coming out in a radial pattern again. Now, if you were doing a regular tree repot, you would chopstick in around all those roots, but like I said, there's not many roots there, so I don't have to chopstick in to the roots, but I am just trying to pack that down and firm it so that the tree stays in place. All right, so I'm gonna take this and water it in. That first one we did, after I watered it in, it did settle everything and make it feel a little more firm, but I still have to be really, really cautious with it for a while. Okay, so I wish I would have started with this one first. Actually, you know what though? I'm glad I didn't, because if I had started with this one first and assumed the other ones look like this, I probably would not have made some of the same decisions. We're gonna make sure those roots are in as much of a radial pattern as we can possibly get them. Now, again, I want to mention that I'm more interested in the roots right now than I am placement of the pot and what's going on the top. So I'm just throwing them in there, trying to get them situated, make sure they're going to stay in place. We're going to grow those root systems out. I'll keep an eye on them. I don't know that I'll pull them out and repot them next year, but we'll keep an eye with the trees. These are about 1 year old. We cut the taproot off of them, and we are working now to help develop a flatter root plane. That again, I can put these in a location where they won't be getting a lot of wind. Actually, they won't be getting any wind or bumped from cats or kids or anything for a while they're setting. If I did this and had intended to put them outside, say I was doing this later in the season, I would definitely have to make sure that those things were tied in better than they are. If you've grown lemon from seed, let me know how your experience was and how your trees are doing today. Please give the video a like, and I've got some more deciduous trees, some stuff that I'm more familiar with, coming up for repot pretty soon as the weather clears up. So probably about another month. And we'll be doing some collection videos pretty soon also as the weather improves. So hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and we'll see you again real soon.